This is our old Ferrari F12. Maybe we shouldn't have sold that car. Compared to the 599, this is an absolute spaceship. I actually cannot believe that this used to be ours. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Max, and today you join me on a lovely summer's evening with an old friend. This is our old Ferrari F12. We used to own this car back in 2022, around 3 years ago. And well, we owned it for about, I don't know, 9 months, 12 months, something like that. And we did a lot of cool stuff with it. I'll link all the videos that we made with this car in the description. We made a video when we picked it up. We did a road trip to Bugatti, which was really cool. And of course, we made all the regular Autobahn videos as well. So I'll link those in the description as well if you want to check that out. Today, I'm here because the new owner, Danny, has modified it slightly. And he asked us if we wanted to drive it again. And of course we do, because this is a very, very cool car. And well, I have to be honest, Martijn and I, over the last 3 years since we sold it, we've regularly said, oh, maybe we shouldn't have sold that car because it was really cool. So I'm really excited that we get to drive it again. It's got an IPE X-pipe exhaust, it's got Capristo valves, so the valves are always open, and it's got the first Venturi intake system on a customer car in the world, which is really cool. So Imran, the owner of Venturi, also owns an F12. He made a system for that car, and then he got a lot of requests for that, and so he decided to make 10 intake systems, and this has one of them. If you want one as well, link is in the description. We also sell them in our store, which brings me to the reason why we sold it, because I can already hear you guys screaming, why did you sell it if you liked it so much? So a couple of reasons. Number one, we did a lot of cool stuff with the car and we were just sort of done with it. We felt like we reached peak F12, having done, you know, top speed runs, road trip to Bugatti. We also did a road trip with the 599, which we also used to own, and the F12 to first to a track near Paris and then to the Champagne district. Beautiful hotel, 2 Ferraris. It was all very nice. And then we kind of needed the money to start the shop, or to boost the shop. We needed cash for that, and we bought this car cash back in the day. So we decided to sell it so we could basically fund the web shop, because that's a cash business. You need, you know, you need inventory, you need to prototype stuff, you need to produce, you need to design. So yeah, it was, that's why we sold it. Do I regret selling it? A little bit, because it is one of the most beautiful V12 Ferraris of the last years. I like it better than an A12 to look at. I think it's prettier. I think it's better looking than a 12 cylindry as well. So I'll do a quick walk around today. I'll show you a couple of cool accents and the things that Danny did, and then we'll take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. So that was a long intro, but let's get started. We've got some high gloss paint going on here. I think Danny painted all these parts. So this is the DRS, which used to break a lot with us when we owned it. I think it broke twice. And then you have the grille in gloss black, the Ferrari horse in gloss black, and the splitter down here as well. We've got these custom made Vossen wheels. This is a 21-inch wheel, a 255 tire, and we've got Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. The tires that it used to have when we owned it were a little bit old, and that was quite fun because it meant that it would go sideways really easily. You can see me struggling, sort of fighting the wheel a lot in our review back then. This is better. This is much more grip, and it means you can drive it a lot faster because it's a very, very fast car and you need the grip, especially at the front because it's kind of floaty. We've got the air bridge in here, so this is also kind of when they started to do a lot of aero that was integrated into the design. So you can see that the air is channeled like that through the air bridge down here, and then down the side of the car, out of here as well. And it really marked a period for Ferrari that they started to do this like invisible aero design, which I really like. I think it's very successful. Then he also changed the rear lights, as you can see. He said that he's not really happy with it the way it looks right now, but it's too dark in the center, I think he said. He did change them. It looks a lot more aggressive in general, the car. So we used to have silver wheels, light gray wheels, and we had the regular lights, and we didn't have the black stuff at the front. He also tinted the windows, so it's a lot more aggressive looking. I think that's the thing that Danny goes for. And then we have the exhaust tips. You can see that it shoots proper flames now. So this paint is actually starting to go because of the flames, which is cool. Danny Lowe, you can check him out on Instagram as well. F1 style light there, also very nice design feature on this car. And then let me turn off the lights so it doesn't run out of juice. I'll show you the Venturi intake. Which is very nice. So you have a double airbox and then a beautiful cover here with some red carbon fiber, which is super nice. And you can see that this is like the 1x1, the old school carbon fiber design, which is really nice. It's proper hot. So yeah, this is the Venturi system. You can see 631410, 6.3 liters, 740 horsepower, 690 newton meters of torque, 0 to 100 3.1, top speed 340. It is a proper beast compared to the 599. As I said, we used to own that car as well, and honestly it feels like there's 2 generations between that car. Like it doesn't feel like it's just one generation from 599 to F12. It feels like a completely different animal. It is more compact, it is lower, it is more narrow, it is lighter, 70 kilos lighter than a 599, and it's so much more agile and so much more aggressive than a 599. It's crazy. So let's go for a little drive. I'll show you the interior as well, because this is also kind of special. It's also one of the reasons why Danny really wanted this one, because when we filmed his first car, or his previous car, the RS7 with a little tune, I think, or an OPF delete, I told him about our F12 and that we sold it, and that it had this, which is the fact that it has a 2-tone steering wheel, because the previous owner had ordered a new steering wheel in this Cuyo leather with carbon fiber trim, but then they forgot to include the airbag in Cuyo leather. So now it's a 2-tone steering wheel, which you normally don't have, and it really matches the rest of the interior, which is super cool. I love this interior in general. The seats are not great. They are the more comfortable version, not very supportive. So even though the buckets are a lot harder, I would always recommend going for the buckets, because the seating position is a bit better. But other than that, I really love this interior. I think it's a very nice mix between, you know, the new Ferrari with all the buttons on the steering wheel and all the digital stuff. They kind of went a bit too crazy, if you ask me, recently. Especially with all those touch buttons on the steering wheel, which I think they're coming back from now. I think I saw something that you could retrofit your 296 with a different steering wheel with buttons. So yes, I've been saying it for years, but everyone is finally listening. Let's start it up. We've got the key right there, and then start it up. So it is definitely a bit louder than when we used to own it. It's a lot deeper sound and just more volume. So let's turn everything off. Sounds very good. Yeah, let's go for a drive. We've got nearly half a tank left, and it indicates 85 kilometers of range, so that is good. You know that the car is being used properly when that happens. All right, so windows down for the tunnel. Oh, I do have to say, I got into this car like 10 minutes ago. Feels like coming home. It really does. I know this car so well. We didn't own it for that long, but I feel like I really got to know the car during our ownership. So what they did with this car, especially compared to the 599, as I said, they shrunk it, but it also feels so much more direct, because you have the new steering that is just mega direct. So the car is darting left to right, which makes it feel very aggressive. It's like a front engine supercar, this. You've got that V12, you've got rear wheel drive, you've got that 7-speed dual clutch, which is so quick. And this car was introduced in 2012. I mean, it still feels very, very relevant, this. It does not feel like a 13-year-old car, I'll tell you that much. So, also when I got in and drove it a bit faster, that front end is so sort of soft and floaty. It's really weird. So you have this super quick steering, but then the car sort of rolls still, especially on the front axle. Compared to the 599, it's like it has wooden suspension. Don't get me wrong, because the 599 used to roll a lot more. But it has a weird front end. Never got used to it. I do like this exhaust setup because it is louder, definitely louder than stock, but it's not too much. It's not annoying or antisocial. So onto the Autobahn we go. Let's try bumpy road mode for the suspension. Some legs on it. Big V12, 6.3. So, bit of wind noise. That's maybe the only way you can hear and feel that this is an older car. And then you slow down to 231 and it feels like you're doing 70, honestly. What a car. I mean, I feel like this was ahead of its time when it came out. I'm not sure when it came out if it got the credit it deserved. I remember Jeremy Clarkson saying that it was too much, too fast, too extreme, too aggressive for the roads. And I can imagine that, because this was such a leap forward compared to the 599. This is an absolute spaceship, and the 599 feels like you're driving, I don't know, something with wooden wheels and a horse in front of it. Ooh. Bumpy road mode is actually a big difference, wow. Those tires, that's a big improvement. That is a big improvement. I mean, it grips so much better. That was actually the part in my original review where I was just struggling to get the power down, even in I think in third and fourth gear. And of course we're also trying to get some nice flyby shots from the bridge for you guys. I think in our original video with the flybys you could also see blue flames coming out of the exhaust, even stock. So now maybe, I don't know if it's dark enough, but intake sound. Oh, what a car. Danny, I'm very happy that you've bought it. I can see that you're really enjoying it, so I'm super happy about that. I'm happy that the car went to someone who is thoroughly enjoying it and making it his own. Do I miss it? Sometimes I do, because it's such a dramatic car. It's such a dramatic driving experience, and it is such a beautiful car as well. I mean, I don't know if it's as beautiful as the 599, but it has a more planted, muscular and sort of angry combination with that elegant style that Ferrari has. So it's one of my favorite V12 Ferraris. I actually cannot believe that this used to be ours. Sometimes I have to like remind myself that we used to own this awesome V12 Ferrari. So that's it for this review. Hope you enjoyed it. Little blast from the past. Very cool. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video, this playlist. See you at the next one. Bye.